Hey, Alex, what the heck does your business even do? The Happy PharmD, I don't get it.
Yeah, I get it. So we're a career coach company. We help pharmacists find and get jobs they actually will enjoy.
Oh, that's really niche. Do you mean like they'll just get another job at another pharmacy, in the community setting?
No, there's actually a ton of different jobs that most people have never heard of that pharmacists do. But we do help people stay in the community as well.
What do you mean? Like you're paid six figures and you just have to count pills? Isn't that pretty simple?
Well, when you put it like that, yes, but that's hardly what pharmacists do. The next time you go into your pharmacy, just look at the staff and ask yourself, do they look happy? 9 times out of 10, they're probably very stressed, work overloaded. They just got yelled at by someone. That's something totally outside of their control. Things are pretty tough right now in a lot of those settings. And yeah, we typically do get a lot of people out of those settings and into less stressful, more engaging work.
If I was making six figures, I don't think I would be complaining.
Yeah, sh- sure. Just don't say that to a pharmacist. Yeah, just next time you go in, just try to be a little nice. That's the typical discussion I have with people outside of pharmacy who don't understand what I do or what's going on in our profession. But I think it kind of highlights the public's ignorance of our situation, but also it points to something deeply troubling that's happening, which is that so many people are leaving pharmacy behind. In this video, I want to share with you why this is happening, as well as some survey results that we took from pharmacists who left their jobs. And unfortunately, I think this has a deeper impact on not just our profession, but at healthcare at large. More and more pharmacists are hanging up their white coats for good. They're done with the profession and they're ready to move on. This is a mass exodus that is just starting to happen. In the latest workforce survey for our profession, they found that 35% of unemployed pharmacists are not seeking employment back in the profession. So let's break down some of the top reasons why pharmacists are saying, I'm out. First one is job market saturation. In recent years, we've seen a significant increase in the number of pharmacy schools and graduates. And while this seems potentially positive, it's leading to an oversaturation problem. Employers are crying, shortage, shortage. I've already talked about this. It's a false claim. You can check it out more in a video that we'll put somewhere. The job market is very demanding, and most people don't want to take anymore the retail, typical, or hospital jobs. They want something that's more engaging and fulfilling, which is why now these companies are adding on bonuses for people to take these jobs. The second reason is that there is high demanding work conditions. Pharmacists are facing increasingly challenging places that make it long shifts, weekends, on call, unrealistic expectations, do more with less. And it's become the norm rather than the exception. The higher pressure work environment create heavy workload burden, leading to burnout, job dissatisfaction with so many pharmacists. Depending on what stat you look at, you're talking 50 to 70%. Plus, add in a lack of support from team members and managers, and you're looking at a high intention to leave. From the survey we did of 100 pharmacists, is that about 57% said that their pharmacy manager wouldn't listen. Everyone knows the old adage that people don't leave bad jobs or bad companies, they leave bad bosses. The lack of support, the high work demand creates burnout, and ultimately people just don't have good things to say about their jobs anymore. The third reason is compensation. Look, it is wonderful that we have a career in which as soon as you graduate, you will probably find a job that is six figures. But it's actually decreasing. With the way inflation has increased over the recent years, your buying power is less than even despite some of the minor increases we've seen in the average salary upticks. Factors like reduced reimbursement rates from PBMs and insurance companies has basically forced corporate to do cost cut measures, squeezing pharmacies very, very tightly. While everything else is getting more and more expensive, your ability to make your paycheck go further is more challenging. The fourth reason is impossible metrics. Pharmacists are increasingly evaluated with rigid performance metrics, making it harder and harder. Getting a certain prescription volume quota, customer satisfaction scores, adherence metrics, time-based performance indicators. While they're meant to ensure efficacy, efficiency, and safety, some of these metrics create unrealistic expectations and an undue stress that causes pharmacists to sometimes bring work home with them just so that they don't miss anything. And let's be honest, if we're not resting, we're not going to be able to do our best work, pharmacists. And it doesn't help when your company isn't trying to support you to meet these goals and metrics. Our survey said that 70% of their former employers didn't offer any career growth opportunities or an additional training. And on top of it, 50% of them said that their work wasn't fulfilling or enjoyable, despite being somewhat challenging. Fifth reason why is an underutilization of clinical skills. Pharmacists undergo extensive clinical training to get a doctorate level degree. Despite this, the job market doesn't demand a doctorate of pharmacy. It doesn't. The reason is because 50, 60, 70% of the available jobs are baseline hospital and community level positions that are fine to take a bachelor's of pharmacy. Many, many years ago, before Y2K, if you were born before that, academia and associations wanted to elevate the profession to a doctorate level, which on paper sounded great. It's been proven. Hundreds, if not thousands of articles show the impact of what a clinical pharmacist can do. And it is amazing. Patients benefit, organizations benefit, money is saved, so many amazing things. However, the job market didn't demand clinical pharmacists. And the legislation is just now starting to catch up of what a pharmacist can do. Despite this, though, there are very limited opportunities. And when clinical opportunities are presented to people within hospital and community settings, it's more like, oh, great, another thing for me to do when I already am behind on 15 other things. The sixth reason why is job security. Look, year over year, people are worried about technology, AI, taking away jobs and responsibilities from pharmacists, and that's probably the direction we're going. I mean, you don't see too many people using horses anymore to get from place to place. Thank God. I'm terrified of a horse. But all of these automations demand changes within the market, and companies don't want to pay expensive wages to a pharmacist. What was once purported to be a very secure job is potentially no longer the case. And plus, the major corporations that provide so many different jobs honestly have very little loyalty to their people. So all of these things kind of lead a pharmacist saying, even if I do get a job, I don't know if I have a real future at a company anymore. To dig a little deeper into our survey, we found some alarming trends. Many pharmacists cited poor leadership and unrealistic expectations as the key reasons for leaving. One pharmacist said, redacted company name, only cares about making money at the expense of employees' well-being. Another noted, I was burnt out and certain days I would be physically sick before work. My anxiety level was sky high. Another long-time pharmacist shared, after 15 years of loyal, hardworking service, no one blinked when I left. The exodus of pharmacists from the profession isn't just a problem for the pharmacy industry. It's a crisis that's affecting healthcare at large. And it's going to cause a decline in patient care quality. There's less people to do good work. It causes less time to help patients with the problems that they have, potentially leading to medication misuse or errors. It's leading to burnout among pharmacists and everyone else, and a loss of expertise from experienced pharmacists who have the ability to probably be a great, compassionate, wonderful healthcare providers who just have lost the energy to try anymore within the environment that healthcare has created. While these challenges are significant, they also present opportunity. for a actual change in the profession. Look, if you're on the sidelines just kind of waxing and waning and complaining, like, okay, you can do that, but now's the time. Challenging times create hard people who make it work. And we need more of us to stand up and say, enough's enough, and I'm going to make something different. I'm going to change the situation. Pharmacists are an integral part of the healthcare team. We need this profession. I mean, just legally, we can't operate our healthcare system without them. And pharmacy can become something more satisfying and fulfilling on a day-to-day basis. There are workplaces out there doing amazing things. We are standing at a crossroads. While the challenges we face are daunting, to say the least, they present an incredible opportunity for transformation. By joining forces with pharmacy schools, healthcare organizations, policymakers, advocacy groups, and us pharmacists, if we get together, we can tackle this exodus and forge what I would hope to be like a more sustainable future. Rewarding work for pharmacists, better patient care, and everyone wins. But we can't do this without you. This is more than just a career shift. It's about reshaping the healthcare system so that everyone can win. So if you're looking for an action step here, what's really simple is get involved at your organization. Try. If you've not given a good shot, try. Talk with your management team. Talk with executives. Talk with HR, with the tech people. Get to know what the problems are and see if there's things that you could solve, because there probably is. If you're not willing to do that, look outside of your organization. There are innovative companies that are utilizing pharmacists to their greatest ability and helping them grow as a professional, but as a person too. And if you're in a great career, you're in a great place to help others. Whether that's an advocacy group, your alumni organization, share a comment about what's going on. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the challenges that our profession faces today and maybe an innovative solution. I understand that if you're going through it, it's hard, but it doesn't have to stay that way. If you're stuck in something, it can be possible for you to get out, because I've seen it happen time and time again. If you'd like some resources on that, we'll put a link below to a class that I teach called Offer in 6, where I show how we help pharmacists get out of their situation and into a job in 6 months. You'll learn a lot of methods and practices that will fundamentally shift how you're looking for your next job, whether you decide to work with us or not. Link is in the description. Click that thing. Like this video. It really helps us get the message out about what we're doing here. And if you have a comment as to what else we should have covered, I'd love to know that as well, so that we can make better and better videos. Thanks for watching this, and until I see you in the next video, stay curious and take care.